What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zebo708. What's the vibe? Well, I'm back with 3 fragrances that I got from Burlington. Something that I haven't seen up there. I'm really not into this particular fragrance, though I have a couple. I saw these, they caught my eye. I was curious about them. Price point was right, so I went ahead and grabbed them. Let's talk about it. So it's 3 fragrances. They're not a set, but I have seen them in a set. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Beverly Hills Polo Club Sexy Pheromone Alpha. Now, if you frequent Burlington the way that I frequent Burlington, so you probably already saw these. It was my first time. I don't know if your Burlington have them. This was my first time seeing them, so I grabbed them, all 3. They only had 3, so I grabbed all 3. And this is Sexy Boss. The last one, Sexy Player. So we got Alpha Boss Player. Sound good to me. And it sounds like something I wear. So, first thing first, it says pheromone. After doing research, pheromone can pertain to particularly, anything given from species. In this particular product, the pheromone that they're speaking about is plant-based, which means nothing more than the abstract from each ingredient. So on this one, I'm gonna go ahead and read the notes. First, I'll let you see them, see what you see. It's a 3.4 100 mil. So $16 price point. That's a plus right off the top for me. You're getting, 100 mil, 16 bucks. Like I said, Polo is not necessarily something that I go out of. I got a few fragrances. I got the OG Polo red and blue, but I saw them and was intrigued by them. So you know how I do. I grab it, test it out, see what it's like. Well, top notes, violet leaf, coriander, bergamot. That's just the top notes. Middle notes, rose black pepper, lily of valley. Base note, patchouli, ambergris, that's what it is, and bourbon vanilla. So this is from my testing of it so far. I did an air test. I sprayed it. I did a dry down. It's a summer wear for me. So this is something that I would wear in the summer. However, it is very potent, so I'm probably gonna do at least 4 sprays, because initial spray is strong. Anything over that, you pretty much gonna suffocate yourself. That's how potent it is on initial spray. The dry down, it kind of mellows out a little bit, but initial spray, the initial blast, potent. I'm talking about strong. The type of strong that is thick. You can smell it. You can feel it. How you breathe it in. It's definitely potent on initial blast. The dry down, again, like I said, the dry down is smooth, it's soft, it's subtle, it's still you still can smell it. It's still strong, it projects, but it's not as harsh as that initial blast. To me, this particular fragrance, like all three or the other two, it has, in its opening, like a powdery kind of smell to it. It smells powdery, like in-scented powder. No doubt they got the right name for this, sexy, because it does have a nice, sexy appeal to it. Even though it's kind of powdery, and that's just in the opening. It has that powdery, but it's a scented powdery. Smells beautiful. Even the atomizer on this thing is not bad. It's pretty decent. It's not like one of them top notch, because again, you only spending $16 for it, so it doesn't have the best atomizer. However, it does have a pretty decent atomizer. Nice little width on the spread. This is like I said, it's strong in the beginning. Very strong. Sexy, a nice appeal to it. On skin, you get that powdery kind of like vibe to it. It's definitely something that I'm gonna wear, this summer. That's nice. They did their thing with the bottom. It's definitely something I'm gonna wear. Nice, smooth fragrance. It's not one of those ones where, you'll wear a date night or nothing like that. You try to make a stamp with this particular fragrance on. This is something that you throw on, you casually wear, and you're gonna turn heads with it, because it's definitely a nice smelling fragrance. It's gonna turn heads. It's gonna turn heads, and it lingers in the air. Like it's the projection, the sillage, it's all there. So with this particular one, Polo kind of shocked me with this one, because I'm not really a Polo fan, but I'm definitely feeling that. And I'm glad I grabbed it. So, I'm not disappointed. It's not one of the fragrances where you like, I probably shouldn't have grabbed that. Nah, this is one of them ones where, I grabbed it, $16, and it's decent though. It's decent, no cap. Like I'm not, trying to put nothing on it. It's decent. It smells good. The dry down. Now, as far as how long it's gonna last, I will give it to about 4 to 6 hours. Again, I don't know how it's gonna perform when it do get hot, and you out in the heat and you moving around. So I don't know about how it's gonna perform once the summer hit. But as of right now, I'm guesstimating about 4 to 6 hours, because it's potent, it's strong. So we're gonna go to the next one, which is Boss. We're gonna jump into these notes. Top note: grapefruit, lavender, artemisia. Middle note, middle notes: tobacco, species, leather, black pepper, cardamom. Base notes: agwood, oud, cedar wood, and we got ambergris. So check those out. And this is Boss. On the front it says infused with plant-based pheromones, which means that that's nothing more than just abstract DNA from whatever the ingredients are. Same bottle style, white. And notice that all these bottles are pretty much powdery looking, because I guess that's, you know, they going with how the fragrance smell. But atomizer. Now this one is more softer than Alpha. It's more sulfur. And I guess, you know, that's they titled them according to the fragrance. So Boss is a little softer than Alpha, and it's a little more upbeat. It's a little more bright. It's a little more lighter. It's fresher than Alpha. It is still potent. It is still strong, no doubt. Probably just as strong as this one. It kicks out. It projects like a beast. If you're too close, it might even, you know, have you coughing a bit. That's why I say with these particular fragrances, these three, I would only give them, me personally, up to 4 sprays. Because anything other than that, to me, I don't believe I can handle it. Because it's so, you know, it's so potent on initial blast. So the dry down is consistent with the dry down of Alpha. It settles down to a nice, smooth, sexy smell. It's light, it's bright, it's summer, it's saying fun time. This is one of the ones where you throw on during the day, you moving around, and it's definitely gonna be noticeable. It's one of them fragrances where just off the smell alone is appealing. It's attractive, it's sexy. It's one of the ones that's gonna, you know, have somebody take notice of you once they get a whiff of you. You know, you blow by them and they smell you and be like, you know, damn, what was that? So, Boss, to me, is decent. It's worth the 16 for me. If it wasn't worth the 16, I'd be disappointed. Probably would have took it back. I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't worth it, when I say, you know, I like it and it's decent and I'm keeping it, I keep it. If it's bogus and I don't like it, you know, I'm packing it up and I'm back to Burlington. They can put it back on the shelf, sell it to somebody else. Somebody else might be digging it. It ain't my vibe. But this is definitely one that, you know, I will be rocking this summer. I'm gonna have that joint on and I'm gonna be moving around with it, seeing what the projection and the sillage pull in. So it's gonna be worn and worn well. Leave that. And last but not least, we're gonna go to a player. Now, with a name like Player, you gotta have kind of like some high expectations for it. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the notes. Top notes: apple, bergamot, mandarin, cardamom. Nice little blend. Nice little blend on the top. We got middle notes: marine, orange blossom, raspberry, galbanum, which is all fruity. It's like top and middle fruits. So this is gonna be a fruity fragrance. Bottom notes, base notes is amberous. And I don't know why I keep on this word, I'm gonna have to look that up. Musk, cedarwood, and tonka bean. So for that base note, you get kind of a little woody, earthy kind of twist to it, which is good because it still correlates with the fruity aspect of it. So you got your sweet and then you got your earthy tones at the base, which sound like it's a good little mixture. So we're gonna take a look at this one here. Check that out. Player. We got the North Carolina blue, sky blue, baby blue, powder blue, whatever you want to call it. Then we got the metallic blue at the top. So the player is in the blue bottle. Sky blue, baby blue, North Carolina, powder blue, whichever one you want to call it. Atomizer. Decent little projection on the atomizer. Now this one, definitely a blue. It's fruity, but it's definitely a blue fragrance. Like, it's definitely a blue fragrance. It's definitely gonna throw you in the mind of blue fragrances. However, this thing is powerful. It's potent. It's strong. When I tell you it's strong, and that was just 2 blasts, it opened my nostrils. So first blast on these, strong. They potent. So just like the other 2, in the dry down, it kind of mellows out. It has that, in the beginning, it has that kind of like powdery incense kind of smell to it a little bit. But after that dry down, it's all fragrance. This is a blue that's not like your typical blue. You know how a lot of your blues are like kind of faint, kind of like, you know, they float, they drift, they like soft noted. This, it has that blue smell, that blue scent and DNA. However, it's powerful. It's strong. So it kicks. Again, I don't know how well that it performs in the summer, under that heat, under the moving around, but I'm giving it 4 to 6 hours. You know, a time like this, when I sprayed it and it's dry down, it lasted about 8 hours, and then it kind of settled down on my skin. But this is another one that I will be wearing this summer, and I will be rotating them out heavily. And I'm not into Polo like that. I almost walked past them. You know, I saw them and almost walked past them because, you know, to me, Polo have disappointed me. So I wasn't really interested in Polo. But again, I saw them. I picked them up. I kind of, you know, read the notes on the back. 3.4. 100 mil, $16. I weighed it out, and I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna take them back and give them a try. Once I came back and sprayed them though, I wasn't disappointed. For me, all 3 is a winner to me. And I'm definitely gonna put these joints in rotation. Heavy rotation this summer. So they going on the shelf. Thanks for watching the video. Continue to support the channel. Like, subscribe. I need y'all to tap them buttons, you know, so that I can bring more content, more fragrances, more reviews. and let's get it. You know, jump in the comments, ask me about them. Let's get it cracking. Peace.